I have no words I could describe about this episode of Soul Leveling, episode episode 12. You know, I mean, I thought the fight previously with him against the dungeon was awesome. It was. This just made it the best fight of the series against this Ant King. You know, I mean, it was. I was literally like, on my seat watching it on my phone, right? And I don't think I had even taken a breath because I was so excited, engaged in the fight. How awesome it was, I'm just like, I think this episode just broke the internet. I think it did. If this episode hadn't broke the internet about how awesome this fight was, I don't know what. Because, I mean, he comes in, right? Because all the hunters, you say they're about doomed, right? And all of a sudden the shadow warriors come in, right? And they're like, where did they come from? And all of a sudden he just goes and casually walks in like a G, right? And they're asking, where did he come from? And I just love these characters, these hunters. They're so baffled about, like, how did these shadows get here? How did he get here? And you're even questioning, like, is he really a mage? And the guy, the one who could turn into a beast, right, is like, I don't know. I don't know anymore. So he is literally baffled himself because he does not know what Jinwoo is. They all don't know what he is, They say he's a mage, they think he's a warrior, just like, they don't know what he is. I guess it's safe to say that while they're in shock and awe, they can say he is easily better than all of them. Probably in their minds, like, this guy is better than all of us combined. Because he walks up to that ant. The ants ask him, are you the king? And he's just looking down on him. And Jinwoo is barely looking up at him because, well, he's tall because of his growth spurt, though, but still. He's just, staring him down, not afraid at all. And they just start, and the aura they're given off, each one is given off of each other. The aura is just off the charts in this, I mean, then they start off with goddamn fist fighting each other, punching each other. I'm like, shh. And then they're all just fighting at the speed of light, at their speeds, right? Just, I mean, the action of this animation of this episode was just it's beyond peak of perfection. So, and then while all is said and done, while of course all of the hunters, the cameraman, the A-Ray hunter, the feedback cuts off for a bit, right? Until finally they get the signal back, and the guy in the TV stations is saying that, hey, keep on playing, right? No delay. Play it as it is, up as it is, as is live, right? No delay or anything. And so, but there was just can't believe what's going on, right? And because everyone back home are all like, what? Jinwoo? His sister and his friends back there was like, Jinwoo, and even the master. I was gonna say guild master because I was getting confused with the guild receptionist guy, right, Glenn? But the old guy who's the chairman, even he sees him, he breaks his his chair handle so to pieces, like, he's here, I'm betting everything on him. So, even though everyone's excited to see him, and then he just beats the living. Well, of course he gets a cut though. It seems to be a poison, but that didn't stop him though. But that ant, he's just getting beaten all to shit, right? See, he's supposed to be the strongest. He's supposed to be the king, and I'm surprised seeing how. And this guy, he's asking, is he even a human? Is this guy a human? I'm surprised then and there, he didn't wave a white flag saying I surrender. Okay. At the same time, he didn't shit himself. I'm surprised that ant did not do that, right? He didn't shoot himself. At the same time, he didn't wave a little white flag saying, "Hey, please, I surrender." I mean, this guy, he got his arms cut off. He tried to run away or fly away. But, nope, Jim Woo was not having that. He just goes around him, slams Basin down to the ground. And then, all of a sudden, and after all that, I mean, he had the rest of his Shadow Army just goes and takes on the rest of the army. But at the same time, then, with Sailor Uchiha, right, her injuries are just too far great, right? Because after all, she could take that huge right at the side, right on her side, send her flying to the wall. I mean, Jim Woo gives some other potions to the other hunters. They heal quickly, but sadly, Chiha is almost too far gone to heal because he used the potions. He even used the elixir of life, which rightfully so, right? And it still didn't work. At this point, it's like, there's not enough time for the recovery team to come in, right? So what's he gonna do? Maybe he's gonna get on his Shadow Dragon and fly up to the nearest hospital. I have no idea though, but because he says he's already feeling for Uchiha because how they interact with each other for the time they had, right? And so I like Chiha, right? Of course, I wouldn't want to see her die though, but although that wouldn't be a twist that he was not able to save her, right? I mean, he was able to save his mom because of a disease, though. But this is a battle injury. Although that would be a twist, though. He couldn't save her, regardless, though. But yeah, potions, even the elixir of life did not work, and there's not enough time to take her out, right? So what's Jim Woo gonna do? Or is he gonna give a part of his self to her? I don't know, but this. See, I'm just talking because I'm trying to breathe because I'm talking too fast because I was just so excited about that. I'm so excited about this episode. This fight has been easily the best of the series, even albeit the previous fight he had, which I thought that was the best fight. No, this amped it up even to the 10th power, even further. I mean, the animation was top notch. The music was insane. It was great. The music. And there's no doubt that this season 2 of Soul Leveling has easily bested the first season. I mean, even probably the top 3 of this, my top 3 list of this year, easily. And with Jin Woo and everyone else, and just everything about this season, just been nothing but perfection. Each episode after another. And this is no words I can describe about this episode. How it was nothing but not just 10 out of 10. Once again, it was like 100 out of 10. It just amped it up that further. I mean, I couldn't even take a breath the whole time while I was watching because I was just into like the whole fight and just. This show has nothing but awesome. I can't see any hatred for this. I just don't see the hatred for this. You can say, "Oh, it's overrated." I see a lot of films that get a lot of critically praised, and I say it's overrated. But this, I'm surprised that this episode hadn't broke the internet as it is. I don't know what to tell you. Because this has been just the best I've seen so far this season. I mean, probably even the place it's probably won't be the best one I've seen of this year. And we're in March. We're still in March though, so until the next season of anime is coming out, I don't know. Sorry. I mean, I think we'll get Kaijin Ray Season 2 coming out. And then I know later in October, Season 3 of Spy Family will coming out in October. So, that's going to be hard to top. Soul Leveling, Kaijin Ray, Spy Family, I love. They're totally awesome. Each one were my top 3 of whatever of last year and whatever, I mean, that's going to be hard, to compete with Kaijin 8 and Spy Family. Which the Spy Family doesn't come out until later in October though. But hopefully within a couple months of Kaiju number 8, I look forward to that. I mean, then we got Dan to the Dan season 2, or the first half of season 1. 2 core. I mean, I was called season 2. Screw it. That's gonna be packed, right? It's gonna compete with this level of perfection of solo leveling. That's gonna be hard because those are all great shows I love. So we'll have to wait and see on that though. But just beyond peak of perfection for this episode of Soul Leveling. So, and then we get the last episode, the 13th episode after this. After that, I don't know how it's gonna go. Will it end like this or season 3? I want season 3. I do. I want season 3. I want to see what more greater stakes is there for Jim Woo to do, because I mean, what more can you do? Because he's so powerful as it is. I don't know what's gonna go. So, but the way it is, so, but just round of applause. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next movie review and so forth, and we'll see you next time. Later.